Vice President Dr. Bharrat Jagdeo highlights government's transparency, procurement reforms, and economic progress. Vice President Dr. Bharrat Jagdeo, in a recent public address, underscored the government's ongoing commitment to transparency in public procurement and the significant reforms initiated to improve accountability and combat corruption in the tendering process. He also emphasized the economic strides made under the People's Progressive Party (PPP) administration and the challenges inherited from the previous government. Dr. Jagdeo outlined several key measures taken to strengthen the procurement process. He acknowledged that while there may be dissatisfaction with certain aspects of the evaluation process, the current procurement law, passed under the PPP administration, provides a clear avenue for addressing concerns. This law requires the publication of all contract awards on a designated website, ensuring public access to information that was not available under the previous government. Today, Guyanese can see which company has won what contracts, especially those awarded by the National Procurement and Tender Administration Board, NPTAB. This transparency is due to the information we put in the public domain, Dr. Jagdeo said. He highlighted that this was a significant improvement over the previous administration, which failed to maintain the required public records on contract awards. While acknowledging the complexities of the procurement system, the Vice President detailed the government's nationwide discussions aimed at tightening compliance with the Procurement Act. The Ministry of Finance and regional authorities have engaged contractors across the country, laying out the rules and conducting training to ensure full adherence to procurement regulations. We've embarked on a countrywide dialogue with contractors and regional officials, emphasizing that there must be full compliance with the Procurement Act. We've also tightened the system for small contractors, providing opportunities for over 2,000 new small businesses, many of which are Afro-Guyanese companies that didn't exist prior to 2020, Dr. Jagdeo said. Additionally, Dr. Jagdeo revealed that under the previous administration, a provisional sum feature was introduced into contracts, allowing engineers to use discretionary funds without oversight. This system has since been discontinued by the PPP government, reinstating a more transparent contingency fund that requires approval from the tendering authority before use. We discovered that APNUAFC had replaced the contingency fund with a provisional sum that allowed engineers to use funds at their discretion. We've discontinued that practice and restored the requirement for oversight before any additional funds are used, he explained. Dr. Jagdeo also spoke on the broader economic context, drawing a stark contrast between the PPP's efforts to stimulate the economy and the negative impact of policies implemented by the previous government. He pointed out that under the APNUAFC administration, taxes increased by almost $100 billion, leading to widespread job losses and economic stagnation. In those 5 years, people lost jobs, incomes declined, and economic activities slowed significantly. Over 35,000 people lost their jobs, and many others saw a decline in their income due to high taxes and sluggish economic activity, Dr. Jagdeo said. He called on citizens to look beyond anecdotal reports and examine the broader success of the Public Sector Investment Program, PSIP, noting that the PPP has completed a large number of projects successfully. Dr. Jagdeo emphasized that the PPP government's approach to contract management and economic development reflects a commitment to transparency, fairness, and progress for all Guyanese.